I'm Melissa Kindred, and tonight we are making my top secret brownies. My secret brownie recipe is great for adults, grandchildren, and grandpas and grandmas. It's not only loaded with antioxidants, but it's great for lowering your blood pressure. It contains whole grains and half the fat with all the taste. Before we get started, you're going to need a few ingredients. You're going to need to grab sugar, whole wheat flour, semi-sweet morsel chips, ground cinnamon, cocoa powder, a medium-sized banana, 3/4 cup of chopped pears, 2 eggs, and a half cup of water. You will also need a large mixing bowl, a spatula, and a small blender or pureer if you have one at home. Otherwise, a fork works just as fine to make the puree. You'll also need utensils to measure out your cocoa and cinnamon. I have my oven preheated already to 350 degrees, and once we have our mixture put together, we're going to bake it for 24 to 26 minutes. I'm going to prep our pan by adding a little bit of a light olive oil to it. I'm going to combine 2 cups of the whole wheat flour and 1 cup of the sugar into a large mixing bowl, which I have already portioned out. So I'll just add that into our bowl. I'm going to add the half cup of water and the 2 eggs. I'm going to add the half teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon of the cocoa. I'm going to lightly stir these together. Your mixture will start to come together into a nice batter, and it's going to be a little tacky, but that's where the puree comes in. Okay, in my mixer I'm going to add 1 medium banana, and I'm just going to break it up a little bit, and the 3/4 cup pear, and I'm just going to take this to my mixer. And you just want to mix it up enough that it purees. You don't want to completely liquefy it. We're going to add this into our mixture. We're going to go ahead and stir it for a good minute here and just make sure that we get all the lumps out of it so you don't have any extra powder clusters in there. recipe will make a 1/2 inch layer in a 13 by 9 pan. It's also great for putting in little cupcake tins. So you can try that too. Okay, we're going to stir in the chocolate chips. By adding the banana and the 3/4 cup pear, you're also substituting for the normal call for vegetable oil. That's where you lose your saturated fat in the recipe, making it a lot more of a healthy choice for kids. Okay, I'm just going to move these bowls for us. I have my pan prepped. You can also put flour in it if you want to shake that around. That'll help the brownies from sticking to the pan. You just want to make sure you get everything off of the bottom of the bowl. If your kids also like protein, you can put in a little bit of ground spinach, which you cannot taste at all, I promise. Or you can also add a 1/2 cup of peanut butter and get the same protein content. Okay, I'm going to take this over to the oven. And after 24 to 26 minutes at 350 degrees, you end up with a nice pan of raised brownies. Does anyone have any questions? Would you like to try some? Okay, I want your opinion to see if you think they taste like banana or pears. A lot of people think that they have a really pungent taste, but they don't. Do you have any other questions about the recipe?
No.